The state of this room right now, it makes me so sad. Welcome to today's video. As you can tell from the title, we are deep cleaning my yoga wellness room. This was actually something I wanted to include in my deep cleaning places I've been avoiding video in my house that I uploaded a few weeks ago. But that video got so long and this just felt like a project all on its own. So today's video is going to be very spiritual focused. We're gonna deep clean this room, get it back to like being able to be used. And then I wanna do a full tarot collection and talk about how I do readings. I actually have a reading booked this evening for a client. And we will end the video with breaking open those huge geodes that I got over the summer and see what they look like inside. First things first though, I need to clean this room. So let me show you what we are working with. If you've been watching my channel for a few years, you will recognize the wellness room. The only thing really thriving in this wellness room right now is this pothos that has vined all over the ground. It's gotten kind of abandoned and I want to be able to practice yoga here and have a really like peaceful, zen, clean vibe again. And it's really not that bad. It's just dusty and like I've got bits of dirt everywhere from the plants and anything spiritual I just kind of threw in here. So I just want to get things looking like I can, you know, like practice yoga in here again. I just uploaded a huge crystal shopping with me vlog where I went to 7 new crystal stores here in Minneapolis. With that being said, you probably know, and if you saw the video, you know, I bought a lot of new spiritual items that I want to place in this room. It's just a little too cluttered. I need to clear out this section again so I can put like a yoga mat down. I don't know, I just want to wash the floors basically, and then figure out what to do with this huge monstera. This one place for surface is getting very cluttered, so I need to focus on that. That was a meditation mat that became let's just put things on it. These are like some things that I used to hang in my high school room, my college dorm, that I think I want to put back on the walls in here. I do really love this room and this space. I just think I need more like surface and sitting. I could probably put a little bench here. Eventually, I really do want to get like an exercise machine to put here, but it just hasn't come into fruition yet. And then my yoga mat is sometimes down here, but right now I have my yoga mats in the living room, sunroom, and my car because I go to the studio a lot. I don't know. I just need to like do something in here. So I think I'm just going to clear everything out and start by vacuuming and then putting everything back because that tactic seemed to work really well with the other spaces in that video. So let's get started. Not bad. sitting in the doorway of the wellness room. It honestly only took me about an hour. I don't know why I thought this would be a bigger project, but I guess I was just tidying up and vacuuming and washing the floors. But hi, Marnie. But the wellness room looks so much better, brighter, functional, and it aids my younger self. I want to show you what it looks like before the room gets too dark, but I also want to show you what it looks like tonight. So definitely watch the end of this vlog because I'll probably practice yoga in here this evening. But let me show you the wellness room now. It looks so much better. Marnie's going to help. Look at this. It really just needed a little bit of tidying up, but it just looks so much better. I rolled out the meditation pillow, so hopefully I will utilize this more. I really needed to just clear off the shelves from this bookcase. It's from West Elm if you're curious, but I just needed to like tidy it all up. Oh, I was gonna turn on the fountain. Give me 1 second. Hopefully that's not distracting, but I've got this little Zen garden. I wanna make the top shelf pretty accessible for when I'm in here to light incense, light some candles, just all within reach. I've got all of my spiritual, self-help, manifesting spell books here with some spell works over here, candles, this cauldron that I just got in my new crystal video. If you haven't watched that crystal video, definitely go check it out. I've got some singing bowls down here, incense, and then this is where I keep all of my herbs for different spells and such like that. I have a little herb box, and this is like an altar cloth and all of that. Just like the really witchy stuff goes in there. I do have essential oils down there, but definitely just like a little Zen room. This area is pretty much the same. I just needed to tidy it up. And then I helped this pothos, and I'm gonna have it kind of vine around the window. I moved the big monstera over here to just give more space. And like that alone helped so much. So now I can lay my yoga mat down here, and I usually practice yoga right here. So I have the yoga block and a strap there in case I need to use them. You love it? It feels so good, nice and clean in here. You might notice that I taped some things up on the wall. Those are actually from my teenage bedroom, college dorm, and my first apartment. So I had those hanging up when I was younger. Me today definitely wouldn't probably put that up in my home, but since this is a very healing space that wants to honor, you know, my younger self and everything needed to heal, it's still very important to me to utilize what I once had up. These were both in my childhood bedroom, you know, like 2013 Tumblr days, printed these out, and I would read this all the time. Although you are very small and your kind have existed in the universe for only a short time, you are an important part of something very large and very beautiful. So when I'm on my yoga mat down here, it'll be very accessible for me to read this and have that reminder. And then I put this picture of the lakes up. I used to have this in my dorm room in Ohio because this was like a piece of home. So I could look at that and remember Minneapolis when I missed it. Little things up on this window, and then some more little things. You know, this one is all about emitting your own frequency rather than those around you. I also have these bells from Earthbound up there. This is from Amazon. I'll link it down below. And then this is from IKEA. I love it so much. This used to be above my headboard, but you know, it just fits the wellness room vibe. I'm so happy I took the time just to spruce it up in here because it feels so much better. I love this fountain. These are some of the canvases that I've done. I love painting. It's very therapeutic for me. Like that is Lake Harriet. I did that in high school with a friend. My style is very like abstract and just mood painting. So I just like freely whatever my mind wants to make that day. I have some of my canvases out because I don't really know where else to put them and I like seeing them, but I definitely have more hidden down here and back there. Oh, and I can't forget my little prayer flags. I got that the summer before college for my freshman dorm. I'm definitely going to practice yoga in here tonight. I even changed out the dead batteries in these candles so I can light those this evening. It's gonna be so peaceful. I think I mentioned this, but I do have a tarot and oracle reading that somebody booked today, so I wanna get that completed while my energy is still fresh and high and in a great headspace. That being said, I also want to do a full Tarot Oracle card collection that's been requested a few times. So let me show you where I keep all of my cards. We'll gather them together and do a little collection haul, and I can show you some of my favorite decks. In the wellness room, I do keep some cards because if I'm practicing yoga or meditating, I might feel called to use them, which is also the same reason why I have a pendulum in here. I love this one because it has a stone for each chakra on it as well. The tarot cards that I keep in here are down on this lower shelf behind the sound bowl, which, can I give you all a little cleansing right now? I could feel that, and that felt so good. Oh my gosh, okay. I have 2 oracle decks that I keep in here, so I'm gonna grab these. I'll show you the cards once I get them all together, and we'll do a little haul. I also keep a ton of decks in my room. This is where the majority of them are kept. I will say, it's been a while since I felt like I needed to use them, and I'll talk about that too, but a lot of the times people will turn to tarot when they need hope or guidance, or if they're at a confusing time in their lives. It can be super helpful to just have that hope that it's going to be okay. Luckily, knock on wood, life has been going very smoothly, so I haven't really felt like I needed any guidance. But if you are ever feeling that way, that is a great use of tarot, and that's why they're in my room. Also, second, to appreciate the fall leaves, like, look at how beautiful it is. I keep a lot of tarot cards down here and then in this box as well. I was gonna grab them all and take them all downstairs for like a full tarot card collection, but that wouldn't make any sense when the majority of my cards are upstairs. I should just grab the 2 that I keep down here and bring them up. So in my living room, I also have tarot cards, the cards that I use on readings for clients, because I do use a separate deck for other people and then a deck for me so that none of my emotions or energy are attached to those cards. So the cards that I use on clients, I keep underneath my coffee table. I have 2 tarot and then 1 oracle deck, and then some runic charms that I'll show you as well. Let's bring these all upstairs and we'll do a full little collection moment. Hey, you're not allowed up there. For the first time ever, I have laid out all of my tarot and oracle and angel card decks together. I don't know, I've just never gathered them all together for this big collection, but I have 12 decks. And I can't wait to show you. I tried to organize them in a way that makes sense to me, but here is the full tarot oracle charm collection and tools that I use to practice readings. Starting over here in this little tarot box, this was the first deck that I ever bought. I think I was 19 years old. I think it was 2015. I was a freshman in college and I saw this at Urban Outfitters, and it was perfect because it was such a beginner's box. It has the cutest little miniature deck. Let's see what card I pulled. The moon, oh my god. The moon is tattooed on this finger. I'm very much a night owl, drawn to the moon. This is one of the tarot cards that is very much me, but this taught me everything I know, and it was great to start with a little deck. It also comes with a layout, so it teaches you different like layouts for spreads, and it came with a little, oh my god, if I can get it out, I haven't needed to use it in a while, but it came with a little pocketbook that teaches you everything as well, and it's all conveniently in this little box. I wonder if I can find this on Amazon. I'll try to link it for you. I believe this was the second deck I ever got, but this is like the classic original Rider deck. So these all have the original illustrations from the very first tarot deck. If you are just starting to learn tarot, I recommend getting a Rider deck because the illustrations will be very helpful in teaching you what the cards mean. And then once you memorize and learn the cards, then you can get these fun decks that have different illustrations. And this is the one that I use for readings on other people because of the simple illustrations, so that it helps you see what the cards symbolize as well. This is one of my personal favorites for readings on myself, the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. She is so beautiful. I always keep the instructions too because each deck will vary slightly, and then some decks have bonus cards that other decks won't have. Like I believe this one has the artist, the well. It's important to keep these to help with that, but let's see. 9 of Cups. That's a really great card to get. They all are stunning. Like, look at this. The Fool, beautiful, beautiful. Wait, was 10 of Cups on top? Oh my God, I think the 10 of Cups was on top. I had them like this, and then this was the one on the back that I draw. Oh my God. 10 of Cups is one of the best tarot cards to get. I really love the illustrations of this deck, and it is just beautiful. Like I said, I'm gonna try to link as many of these on Amazon as I can because they should be available. We also have this stunning Angel Tarot. These cards are also beautiful too because the back is like this illuminating gold. Like I said, I always keep these little books because this one again will come with its own cards, and you learn something new too with every single like companion book. But these cards are so pretty. Ace of Swords, like the illustrations on these, they're pretty similar to the original one. So if you're still just learning, this is a great deck too if you feel very drawn to it. That's the other thing with tarot. If you're like, which deck should I buy? The one that you feel called to and drawn to because you are trusting your energy, frequency, vibration to work with the cards. So it needs to be a deck that you feel very connected to. Now, a subscriber actually sent me this deck maybe like a year and a half ago. I'll link that vlog of unboxing it down below because she sent me a ton of spiritual items. I'm not sure what the name of this deck necessarily is, but it's from a subscriber. These are, ooh, the Lovers card. We're getting some good cards. Yeah, you can see some examples of the illustrations, really fun. The final and most recently purchased tarot deck I bought in Florida, and that is the Celestial Tarot. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. First of all, a symbol for Aquarius is on the cover, and my moon and rising is Aquarius, so I felt very called to this one as well. These cards are beautiful. I was definitely going through a hard soul-searching rough patch when I was in Florida, so I was seeking spiritual guidance a lot, and that's also why I made that crystal video, best crystal shops in Florida. I will link that above and down below if you're curious. I believe it was Mystical Moon, if my memory is correct, where I found this stunning tarot deck that literally gave me so much hope. It really helped this trip. I gave myself readings every single night at my grandparents' place with this deck. The cards that I drew were like exactly what I needed to hear, but I'm just obsessed with the illustrations. They're so beautiful, and I liked how this card, because it's Celestial Tarot, it had so many extra cards in here that aren't in the original deck. What I love about this deck too is that it helps you associate what a card can mean. So for example, the card that I just showed you was the Justice card, which if you read tarot, you know is also a symbol for the Libra sign. But this deck helps you because not only does it say Justice, but it says Libra at the top. The illustration will help as well because you can see the scale for balance with Libra. And so if you're learning, you know, 6 of Cups here represents Hercules along with a ton of other stuff, but it's very helpful. Look at this, Princess of Pentacles. What a beautiful card. And it also represents spring. And if you know anything about spring, it is part of a new beginning cycle, things coming back from a period of like rest or death. Pisces, the Moon card. Look at how beautiful the Moon card is with these mermaids. There's just so much symbolism in these illustrations on these cards, and this was a deck that I was like, I am obsessed with you. I love this. Oh, it's so fun. I could just look at these all day. Oh, I found my card. I love that I'm a Gemini because the Lovers card is also the Gemini card. So this is pretty much my card in tarot. I have the Lovers card for Gemini, and it's so pretty. So yeah, this was a very healing deck for me. I think out of all my tarot decks, this is a favorite for many reasons. But again, like the first deck that I ever bought is a favorite because it was my first deck. So they all represent something different. But moving on to the Oracle cards. I have 6 Oracle decks. Oh, I just realized the balance of 6 tarot and 6 oracle. That was never planned. So these oracle cards I use when I give readings to clients. I love this deck because of the symbolism and the beauty of these cards. Like, there's always so much going on. These just have little reminders. So when I'm giving a reading, it can really help give a clearer message of what someone is looking for. I mean, you can see all the examples of what they say, and they all differ so much. So if I'm doing a reading and you get the change card, that will really help clarify some of the things that are literally change your path. Oh my God, these are very shuffled too. So if I drew both these cards out, it would be like, maybe you should consider redirecting what you were focusing on. These are super helpful. I hope I can find these online so I can link them all for you. If you ever book a reading with me, this is the oracle deck that we will be using. And then I have a moonology oracle deck, which is so fun. Like I said, I'm very drawn to the moon. So these are all cards that have to do with different phases of the moon and what they can represent. I mean, first of all, appreciation for the back. Each one is going to have a different phase. So this is new moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. If you're a Cancer sign, that can be very symbolic. A new moon always signifies a new beginning, new start, time to really set those intentions. This one, of course, has a book because I don't have all of the moons in different signs and phases memorized. So this will help a ton. But this is a really great deck to help in a reading as well. I love that one. The angel answers, you've probably seen these on TikTok because they are the deck that will basically answer questions. These are really helpful if you need a timeline or yes and no. I use these for honestly heartbreak a lot. In the near future, it gives you timelines sometimes. So if you're asking, when will this person come back into my life? It could answer in the near future, or maybe choose a new direction, like, maybe this person's not coming in, or maybe they are coming in with big happy changes and they will change. Helpful people, maybe it's time to reach out to a friend and ask them for help. Romance, look for a sign. This deck is really helpful when you are like on the verge of booking a, expensive reading with a psychic online and feeling like you just need hope. You need TikTok to tell you that someone is coming back into your life, And that's kind of what I use this deck for a lot. And it gave me that hope. It gave me the manifestation tools. It gave me the help that I was searching for at the time. Angel Answers, like, such a great deck. And it can be aggressive. It can tell you things that you do not want to hear. Because I remember when I was asking it, during a hard time, asking it those questions on repeat, and I kept getting no, not, like it wasn't what I wanted, but it was what I needed to hear. This is a very similar deck. It's my Guardian Angel cards. I love this deck because they're heart-shaped. How fun is that? Oh, love. I'm getting so many love cards. And I feel so full of love right now in my life in all directions and all areas. So that is so sweet. They're very different than the Angel Answers. They're more like little reminders of love, prayer, gratitude. It's fun to just shuffle through and see what you need that day. Maybe that day you need expression and it will kind of give you help with how to express yourself. Star, gratitude, courage. Maybe you need courage or a miracle. Relaxation, guardian angel, trust, all unfolds in perfect timing. I should honestly use this deck more. I kind of forget about it in my wellness room. Inner child, I love this card. Nurture your inner child. I feel like I really did this today by hanging up those posters from my younger self's bedroom. And then I've got my land sky oracle deck, which is so fun because this one is actually like all yoga postures. First, look at how pretty the back is. I love the light pink. I keep these in my yoga room because, well, not only are they the cutest animals, but they are yoga postures. Oh, that's so eerie because I literally have a cut out piece of quartz that I hung in the wellness room today. There's a posture that goes with all these cards too. So this is the cobra pose. This one coordinates with the camel pose. It's really fun when I'm in my yoga room to choose a card, look up the significance of that card, learn all this information. And there's Yoga Sutra in here. There's reflection questions, breath work, really, really fun. So if you practice yoga, I highly recommend integrating this into your practice. The last oracle deck that I have is the Crystal Intentions Oracle. This one's really fun because if you ever feel drawn to a specific crystal, such as citrine, for example, it says, I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. I love that affirmation. And then on the back, it has extra, you know, guidance, expand self-confidence. And of course, this one very, very much sounds like a card for citrine. Citrine's all about courage and luck and expand the confidence and all of that. And it's yellow, which fits with the chakra. Clear quartz. I love chrysocolla. Look at how beautiful this one is. My body and mind are in balance. I am healthy. Reduce inflammation, release anger and resentment, heal old mental and emotional wounds, improve inner peace, balance mind and body and emotions. This deck is really, really helpful. And I honestly feel like I do not use it as much as I should. There's so many crystals in here. If you want to request a specific reading with a specific deck, shoot me a message on Instagram and I will expand some of these decks to readings because I want to use them more. That is the full collection of my 12 decks, both Oracle and Tarot. And then I also have some charms in here. I use these for client readings as well, but I have some runic charms, which are also a awesome tool for a clearer reading. Some readers will use Scrabble cards to get like initials, but you reach in and listen to your guidance and instinct and pick out some charms. They'll all have a different symbol. So this symbol, for example, fertility, which sounds kind of scary, but fertility can also just kind of mean abundance and growth and, you know, a new beginning coming in. It could be a new business. It could be a new project, a new friend. You are just abundant and fertile, not trying to get pregnant. So hopefully this video doesn't age poorly. I also drew friendship and journey. Okay, so with these three together, I have a very clear message. Now I understand that some new friends are going to be coming into my life. You know, I've got a friendship, journey, and fertility, abundance, growth, new friends are coming into my path. So these are very helpful as well for readings to get some specific messages. I'll try to find a collection of these online to link as well, but I love this bag that it came in. I believe I got these at Awakenings. It's from my first best crystal shops in Minneapolis video. I'm gonna link all of those videos down below so you can see what stores these are all from. But this is my full collection. I'm gonna bring the Rider deck and the Abundance Oracle deck downstairs. Like I mentioned, I do have a reading booked today. I'll kind of show you how I do that downstairs with these decks as well if you're interested. I usually do my readings for clients right here. I use the coffee table as a surface, and then this is like the background. I just film it on my phone because it's like easiest for big files to share and upload. I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure the reading tonight is just Oracle and Tarot. Sometimes it's also runic charms. There are like 3 tiers, so you can do 1 deck, 2 decks, or all 3, and then there are different prices for that. I'm going to set up for the reading. I always light incense for a reading, and this is so I cleanse the deck of any old stored energy, just to get the clearest reading possible. I have a phone stand here as well, so I need to cleanse the decks and set everything up. I wanted to talk more about how I give readings. I know I get a lot of questions on how to start learning tarot or giving readings, and I think I would honestly recommend that beginner's deck box that I got like 10 years ago almost, because that taught me everything. But the thing with tarot cards and readings is part of me does believe that you need to honestly have a gift and a calling and that third sense, psychic, intuition, third eye opened to be able to be a reader. But part of me also does think that everybody could do it if you learn or if you allow yourself to be open. So if you feel called to them, you might already have that natural gift in you, and in order to expand and grow that and strengthen that muscle, start with a very simple beginner's rider's deck, or start with a deck that you feel very called to. There are so many fun decks too. There's like old classic literary decks, there's queer decks, tattoo decks, there's really dark decks. So there's a ton. Whichever one you feel most drawn to, I would start there and just get yourself familiar with the cards. Shuffle them, play with them, see which cards fall out, learn how to shuffle, because it's very different than shuffling like a deck of playing cards. The more that you use it and the more cards that fall out, the more that you look them up, the more that you learn them. I have a really good book. I'm gonna link this book down below as well. I got this as a birthday gift a few years ago. The Tarot Companion. This book is so helpful. It was a birthday gift. This goes into depth with each card, you know, so it has key meanings, but then it really breaks it down. Overall meaning, home, relationships, career, if it's upside down, what that means. So when I was starting to learn tarot, this helped me a ton expand what I know about a card. It also has different spreads in this book too when you're first learning. I went in and I wrote out which zodiac sign or planet coordinates with these as like a really quick kind of like key. And then sometimes in readings you will get 1, 2, 3, or 4 of the same card, and this book will also show you if you get 3 aces in a spread, that's good news. 4 queens, it's women meeting up. If it's 2 queens, it's rivalry. If it's 3 kings, it's influential men. 2 kings, good partnerships. So it just like really breaks it down. This was super helpful as well. I will link this. I feel like that would be like my most helpful tip in learning tarot. Just number 1, you do need to feel called to it. I do think you need to have a special gift, or at least open your third eye and like feel drawn to it, because it's listening to your intuition. It's listening to your third eye. It's listening to that psychic ability that is within you, learning what these cards represent, allowing the cards to tell you the message and not manipulating the cards for what you want to hear. I hope that answers some questions. I really don't know what else to say, but if you have any other questions, please comment them down below and I will address them in another video. I need to set up and get this reading complete. I'm really excited. This is a follow-up reading a few months later with some updates in the situation. So we're going to bring in some more clarifying news on what's going on. Real quick before I give the reading though, just because I know I only have like an hour left of daylight, I wanted to unbox some things that I picked up for my P.O. box yesterday. I'm pretty sure the brand Oh Moon, I believe is how, Moon, again. This is such a moon focused video. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's O-M-O-O-N-E. They sent over some clothing pieces for me. I feel like I'm waiting for one more piece to arrive in the mail, but I got some more like fall, winter pieces to share. Of course, these will be linked down below. It looks like they sent over a matching set. I have this like tan, oh my gosh, it's so soft. The material feels like butter. It is so soft. And then there are matching jogger sweats to this as well. These are going to be so cozy. Love a good matching set. And then I'm really excited for this next one and I hope it fits. I've been looking for a kind of like a jacket like this. They sent over, oh my God, it's like a blanket. They sent over this long plaid, like button down jacket to wear. This is going to feel like I'm wearing a blanket. I don't own any long jackets and they're just so cozy, and this feels like a flannel blanket. I'm really excited to wear this out. Thank you so much to Oh Moon, I hope I'm saying that correctly, for sending over these warm, cozy, soft winter pieces. I will of course link everything down below. I feel like I'm waiting for one more piece by them to arrive. So I'll just have to include that in a future vlog when that ships. All right, now let's get this reading done. few days later, Ashton is here. I'm grabbing a towel and maybe, I was thinking of trying rubber bands this time, wrapping it around the center, and I saw videos where they did that. So that we can bust open those big geodes today. I'm so excited to see what they look like. These have been sitting in my living room since maybe well, one of them since July, the really big one we got in Duluth, and then we got another one at a rock event at the state fair. What was that called? Oh yeah, at the Rocks and Minerals show. So I've got my hammer and everything needed. Also, Luna is stealing Marnie's breakfast right now. Yeah, this one, and then this big guy. This is the biggest geode that we have ever bought and are opening, so this should be really exciting. Oh, okay. Welcome to my balcony. We're gonna do it outside to be safe. Which one do you want to do?
You can do both of them. I just want to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with this small one and see how this rubber band works. I hope the towel isn't too thick. So glad we did the rubber band. Oh, it's like pink. That's pretty. It's like sugar.
Just really come down on it. Follow through. No, that was not following through.
You wanna do it?
Close your eyes.
Maybe that's why we covered it with the towel, for our safety. See, it's a hefty one. Oh my god. Oh, look at this. It went everywhere. Well, so much for two big pieces. Now we have so many.
Should have done it in the towel.
I know. The internet's gonna eat me up and be like, you're so stupid. We have so many pieces. These are all of the big pieces that we got. We got some really good shapes. I like the way that they stand up on their own, and we got some really pretty white clusters. Look at this little cave. I love this one. It's so hard to see like the details on camera, but they're gorgeous. And then the smaller geode has like a pink, almost like Himalayan salt look to it. But we're just going through right now all of the, like this one too. That one's so perfect. And then we have a ton of little tiny clusters to go through. I always save these and put them in like a little bowl because we have some really pretty, if it will focus, really pretty little quartz and like pretty clusters. That's quite the loot. I'm proud of it. Also, just realized it is November. We gotta change the calendar. I feel like I've mentioned this, but not in a while. I love this calendar. I'll link it down below, but it's a very witchy, spiritual calendar, so I wanted to make sure to mention it. The month of November, it has all of this info, including a spell for each month, correspondences, stones, flowers, animals, zodiac signs that correlate with this month, all of the moon signs, everything is right here. It has colors of the day, everything going on with the planets. It's really awesome, and I love the imagery for November. The wintry winds, we've got the fox and the owl and the pentacle signs. It's perfect. I'm definitely gonna take some time to read this. I'll link this down below if anybody else is curious, because I'm really sad that the year is almost over. This was a good one. We are heading to Ashton's studio now to work on to work on his new space, not your secret project. But we are heading to his studio space now to work on his new space. So I need to get dressed and I'm going to end the vlog here. One last moment of appreciation for these beautiful fall leaves, because I'm sure in the next video I film they won't look like this, but how gorgeous is that on this nice warm November day. It's 55 degrees in November right now, so I'm honestly secretly a little happy about that, even though I know it's not the best that it's that warm right now in Minnesota. I hope you enjoyed this spiritual vlog, deep cleaning the yoga and wellness room, going over my tarot and oracle card collection, breaking open some geodes. Ashton and I just sorted through which parts we each want, so now I have some new rocks to put away in my home. Yeah, now we're heading over to work on his space. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I need to find something to wear that can get dirty, because I'm gonna be working with like foam and sandpaper and all of that. I should honestly just wear like sweats. But yeah, we're gonna do that. I'll end it from my closet today, but I'll see you next week in next week's video. Bye!